Welcome everyone to PETS 2020. We will try and make this an enjoyable experience. Not quite as exciting as being at the Kalamazoo and mingling with 150, 200 other of the club presidents and seeing the big speakers. But we still hope that we can give you a pleasant experience this morning and deliver to you some of the tools that you will need to work through your year as club president. And so that's my good morning and welcome to you. And I'm going to pass it now to Noel.
Okay. Hey, thanks everybody. First of all, thank you for taking this time out this Saturday morning. And we're going to try and make this informational and timely for you. You know, we wanted to get together on March 12th and 13th and 14th, and that didn't happen. And then we had Plan B, and then we had Plan C. Now we're down to Plan D. And I think part of this year is going to be how we're going to have to be creative and be flexible and really work together to make things happen. Some of the things that are coming up, we're still working on creating and making happen properly. So everybody's going to have to work together and be patient. As you can see on the screen there, I'm really working to represent the entire district, the U.S. side, the Canadian side. And, you know, some of the amazing things about Rotary, we look back over the years of some of the themes that we've had. And, you know, Rotary Connects the World has been a really fantastic theme. And I think our district kind of embodies that with the U.S. side and the Canadian side. You know, I lived for many, many years I grew up in Wyandotte. I lived in Wyandotte for many years. And the waterfront on Wyandotte looks across the Detroit River to Canada. And I can honestly say, you know, I visited Canada. I guess I really didn't know that much about it. But through Rotary, I've really gotten to know a lot of great Canadian friends. And, you know, that's one of the big values of Rotary. So, you know, Holgar Knack at the International Assembly, which, you know, there I'm dressed up for International Night. You know, I'll leave it to your imagination what other pieces of clothing I have on there that represent the U.S. and Canada. But that was the International Night. And Holger Knack talked about Rotary opening up opportunities. As with the theme pin, we've got the doors, and Rotary's opening up these doors of opportunity for us. And, you know, it's so true. So this year, I'm asking the Rotarians in District 6400 to be a hero. And the definition of a hero is a human engaging Rotary opportunities. And I want you to think about a couple of those terms, engaging and opportunities. You know, when you engage, there's that old saying, you get out of something what you put into it. And that's so true of Rotary. But sometimes it's hard to find the opportunities, and you know, there's the concept of missed opportunities. So in our district, we want to make sure that we engage all of the opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities that come our way, so that we can have the most amazing experience possible. We also have the surprising responsibility, the surprising opportunity of being leaders in a time of crisis. And, you know, as we reflect back over the years, we're going to say, remember what happened when we had the coronavirus. You know, did we all just like go dark and lay down and huddle up in our caves? Or did we as Rotarians create opportunities? Did we open up opportunities for people to stay connected? Did we open up opportunities to serve our communities? We talk about in Rotary that we look to have people engage across the globe in our communities and in ourselves. And I can tell you that Rotary, if you continue to engage with it, there'll be opportunities across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves to enrich our lives through Rotary. So, you know, I really didn't know when I heard this speech by John Huco last summer at the Rotary International Convention, but he talked about the guiding principles of Rotary. And you know, a couple of times I'd heard about the guiding principles, but I wasn't as familiar with them as like the four-way test and some of the other things. But John Huco talked about guiding principles that are there to sustain us, for us to always reach out to in times of confusion, in times of uncertainty. Guiding principles are like a lighthouse or a beacon in a time of storm, in a time of lack of clarity. We go to our guiding principles to maintain our clarity and understanding. And the 5 guiding principles of Rotary starts out with service. Service is like number 1. It's like our product. And it's through service that we attract new members. And it's through service that I would say we develop the second guiding principle, which is friendship and fellowship. And whenever you engage, and particularly the more you engage in a service project, the more you make connections, the more that you work together, the more that you plan, and you see these great results, you develop these fantastic friendships. And, you know, so we want to make sure that we're focusing during this time of like what's going on, of confusion, of where are we going, that we focus on service and friendship. Those are going to carry us through. The third guiding principle is diversity. And I would say that when you engage service and you engage those friendships, the diversity happens naturally. And we have to, you know, make sure that we look outside of ourselves and pull in as much diversity as possible. The other guiding principles are leadership, which we're working on right today as we speak. We are bringing together the leaders for this next year in our district. And we are so counting on every one of you to carry through and make sure that we don't lose our way during this time of crisis. And so the leadership aspects, the training that we're doing today, the leadership opportunities that we give people in the clubs is what's going to help carry us through, because we are the leaders in our community. And the last guiding principle is integrity. And I think it's probably most exemplified by the four-way test. And, you know, we recite that four-way test. It becomes part of our DNA, and the integrity that Rotarians show are going to carry us through. So those are the guiding principles. That's what we need to look towards to carry us through during this time of crisis. The concept of when everything changes, what do? Do you stand there and take the problem head on, or do you pivot and find new pathways and new ways to go forward? And I'm looking to, we don't have all of the answers yet. We're going to see what happens. So we need to pivot. We need to look to everybody for new ideas. We need to look for new tools. And we're looking at today rolling out a couple of new tools for you with the Peace Chain and the Rainbow Connection, and we'll get into those a little bit deeper. But think about those as tools for us to be able to make our efforts more effective. And with that, I'd like to turn this over to Rick, my side Rick, my trainer, the mathematician extraordinaire, and also the punster. Rick, please guide us through this.
Okay, thanks, Noel. Next on the list is John, who wants to say a few words. John Chambers, our current governor. John?
Good morning, everyone. I just really wanted to stop by and say hello and to say enjoy your year with all the complexities that will be there. Also, please give your best to Noel, because that will help you and the district throughout and the people that we serve. And thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Appreciate those words of encouragement to everyone.